All right. Good morning, cyber traders, and happy Monday. Hopefully, everyone is getting ready for the holidays. Today, holiday shopping over the weekend, or like Christmas shopping. It is going to be a very interesting week. Good to see you all, everyone. Welcome back. All right. Good, 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 good. Everybody ready for an exciting? We got another week and a half. We got until the end of the year. 2 weeks of 2 full weeks actually. So it's pretty interesting. You know me, I hate holidays because it kind of screws up the whole market. But overall, the market's actually been doing pretty well these last couple of days. We still got this big runner in this AZI. That was a nice runner from Friday. If you notice that we got a lot of good runners from Friday that are spilling into today, even though the Dow was only up about 56, S&P's up a little bit, not that much, but a lot of the stocks that we've been trading have actually been doing pretty well. So really excited about that. We'll talk a little bit about them. But let's get ready. A couple of things, just a couple of quick announcements. Rich is out for the next 2 weeks. He's on vacation. So we gave him off. He always takes off about this time. This afternoon meeting, we will not have audio, but we will have the afternoon meeting. We have we have the classes that go on today. So that's one of the reasons why. So kind of like it's one of those once a year events that are kind of off because Rich not going to be here because Josh has to do the classes. So just give everyone a little heads up on that too. And then on Wednesday, which is Christmas Eve, it is a half a day in the market. The market does close at 1 o'clock. So we are doing our open house tomorrow on Tuesday. So if anyone here wants to come and join us, we'll post up that link right there. Here's the QR code. If you're watching online, just basically take your phone. You could scan that QR code or on the top left-hand corner. All right. So, and then we are going to be, remember, the market is open on Friday. So it's going to be, listen, definitely show up on Friday. I don't know what it is, but like the day after holidays have been really, really, really good. All right. They really have been. Remember what happened the day after Thanksgiving? It was a great market. I know some of us want to take off, but listen, don't definitely be here. It's always a fun day. All right. So anyway, let's talk about what happened last week. I know we have a lot of new members here, but once again, AZI is going back on the watch list. What a great runner right out of the gate yesterday. That was fabulous. It was very inexpensive, $2 stock, ran literally within 15 minutes, ran to a price around 319, 318 right there. You could see it. And then it obviously backed off over here, but that was a really big runner. You would have basically saw was not breaking out for at least 30 minutes, should have been out of that position. But she did make another big run today. Great volume, great spread. This stock was a $70 stock in April. She's looking fabulous, going back on our watch list. All right, a couple other stocks. DJT, the Donald Trump stock, okay? So Trump Media. Obviously, we know they had this big merger that's going on. The stock is up again this morning, about 2%. It was a great runner-up. I'm going to put this on the B list. The only issue is that the stock's got a lot of resistance levels right around the $16, $17. I told you that's probably where we were going to get to. The stock last week was a great stock. It was at $10. Then it ran from 12 to 15 to 16. So one of the only good stocks that continue to go higher. All right. So DGT is going back on our watch list from last week. What else we had? NVIDIA, NVDA. So NVIDIA is doing really, really well. I was a big fan of NVIDIA. I've been watching the stock going down. Let me tell you, I was listening to a couple of analysts over the weekend. I bought a bunch of NVIDIA myself. I bought the NVDX and I also bought the NVDY. Okay. So NVIDIA, let me just give you a heads up regarding about NVIDIA. So NVIDIA is trading at 25 times earnings. It does have a PE and it really has a high book value. So it really is undervalued. I'll tell you the story, the reason why this came up. So over the weekend, Friday, I went to a luncheon, big Christmas party here that it was like almost like 400 people in my town in one of the country clubs. And I met some of the biggest traders in there. And I was fighting with them because a lot of them are getting the IPO stock of SpaceX. So I'm like, why you guys don't call me and give me some stock? I mean, like I always give you guys ideas and tips and everything, teach you. So I'm still working on getting SpaceX on it. Really pissed off in some of them. But because I made a lot of money for some of them, and because they can only get X amount of shares. It's very, it's a very exclusivity, and it's the biggest IPO that's coming out. But the problem with it is that the valuations, it's trading at like 60, 70 times earnings. Okay, so they're not making they're making revenue, but they're not making the PE is obviously not like Nvidia. That's why I bring it up. So that's really going to be that's going to really be the little bit of an issue, and it's all about the aftermarket when the company goes public, people to buy it. But for some of you, just to kind of give you a heads up where it's opening up at, it's almost like big Coinbase. So I think I got to pay like $400 a share for it right now. That's right now with the valuation of it's now. That's not even when it goes public. Okay, so right now the private placement's at $400. So I'm trying to buy some shares of it. But anyway, the thing was when we were talking about the valuations, NVIDIA has a better valuation. So I think it's still underpriced. So I'm putting NVIDIA back on the watch list, NVDA, regarding about that. So I would keep a close eye on if you haven't bought it, I think it's still cheap. It's been hovering here for a long, long time. So if you got in around 175-ish, you probably did pretty well. Unfortunately, private placements to get some is who you know. You know what, Andre? That's why you're right. Let me tell you, it was a shit show on Friday because a lot of people, I was hanging out, with a bunch of the brokers that do get it from Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs and all of them. But listen, that's why you guys are part of Cybertrade University, because you don't know this unless you live in New York and you're part of that group. You know what I mean? So I like to share that with you. So that's one of the advantages that you get being part of Cybertrade University, because I was a market maker. I know a lot of them. When you listen to some of these influencers on YouTube and Instagram, they don't have that connection. You know what I mean? They have good social media and that, but they're not still connected, like I do, like at the NASDAQ Center and stuff like that. And that's really what you get to know. And that's what's great about it. All right. All right. So anyway, let's go to some of the stocks. I know I'm here chatting away, and I always kind of do this on a Monday. A couple of stocks I also want to hit up and just show you what we trade on Friday before we go through the watch list. We had this NBIS. It's still looking fabulous. Expensive, though, but this stock took a very big hit. 140, making a big comeback. NBIS. I'm going back on the watch list. Put that one on there. Lunar, LUNR. That one was actually another very good stock. $11 stock to 15. That one did really well. CRWV. That one did great, and it's still. These are what I'm saying. These are stocks that are still pushing and still trading strong, even though it's up to 3%. A little expensive, but remember these stocks took very big beat ups. It was a $200 stock. It's down to 75. It's getting close to resistance levels right around 90. So I think there might be still some move. I still got a bunch more. RKLB was another really nice one. Still moving up. Rocket Lab, another big runner, 40 to 70, but it's getting back to resistance. NBY, that was a nice little mover. Great run up. $1 stock went to $6. It was not only a good day trade, it was an unbelievable swing trade. Irene is still moving again this morning from Friday. Irene's going back on the watch list. IREN. Put that one on there. AMD, another one that hover around a 200, moving up pretty nicely. Micron, also another one. Stock is killing people with their RAM pricing. RAM went up crazy. Stock was 200, just broke all-time highs. Put MU on there. You always want stocks that break all-time highs. What else we had? Applied, APLD was another one that did. And still, look at, you can see they're all moving. They're all testing, and they all look, if you look over here in the bottom right, if you look at the long-term chart, they all look almost exactly the same. And then Nike. Nike got really beat up. It did come back a little bit. I'm a very big fan of Nike because what's going to happen, I did a video regarding about the World Cup, one of the stocks on my watch list. So when they start talking about it, I would keep an eye on it. All right. So what's going on this morning? Okay. So we got the stock AZI that's on the watch list. We got this other one, SIDU, cheap, inexpensive, moving up pretty well. Put that on the watch list. SIDU, another really nice one. What else we got here? CMCT, another stock, $70 stock got destroyed. Kind of flat here since 7:30, holding here pretty strong. I see some pretty big iceberg orders right here. So we'll put that on the list. CMCT. All right, the list is getting pretty big right here. So got to be really careful. This one's a little bit on the expensive. This one's just been kicking ass. been doing what mining stocks are just doing unbelievable. So we got this one too, HYMC. Spread is a little dangerous though. Be very, very careful about that. That's what we got to be. Remember, that's what Josh has been covering in class. All right. DVLT. This one took a little bit beat up, coming back a little bit. Big spread, level 1. DVLT is not bad. A lot of stocks on the watch list. This one's too expensive. Quantum. All right, down to 14%. Let's skip that. Losers, nothing there. New York, FJet. Nothing really in New York. I didn't see anything that came back. Losers, nothing there. All right. So definitely a very, very interesting morning. We got a pretty decent stock. Now, remember, if you don't subscribe to our X or our Telegram, or if you are on our alert service, you're on the top left-hand corner on our watch list. If you're in our trading floor, make sure you subscribe to that. And once again, if you are watching on social media, if you do want to come and join our professional trading room, take your phone, scan the QR code now, or go to that link right there, ctu.co/free. All right, let's get ready for the market open up, everyone. So you got me and Josh. Remember, Rich is out for till next year, and so he's on vacation, so he'll be back then. In the meantime, if you're new here to Cyber Trade University, watch those videos. Please, I emailed all of you. If you got any questions, email me back. If you have an appointment with me, I look forward to talking to you. But in the meantime, let's get ready for the market opened up in 15 minutes. Guys, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.